What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again with the first ever Red Bull Race to Win diecast in 164 history. Shane Van Gisbergen's 2025 Sonoma Race to Win. I've been waiting for this diecast the millisecond he won this event. I don't know. I'm freaking hyped, man. Let's go for it. And here we go, folks, with today's diecast review, man. I tell you what, I've been waiting for this car all year long, and I'm kind of surprised it already is released. I mean, this happened, I don't know, early July, and this diecast came out in, mid to late January, so not a bad turnaround, all things considered, especially with the new diecast chassis and rubber tires. That could delay things a little bit, changing their production line. So Lionel getting faster at getting these diecasts out to the consumer. So make sure to get yours at Circle B while you can. Got Shane Van Gisbergen on the front of the box. Got the 2025 Trackhouse. Red Bull Sonoma win. That is so cool, man. They never made, the Michigan or the Phoenix race win in 164. That was the other two Red Bull wins back in the Gen 5 era. So first ever race to win Red Bull 164 for the Cup Series. Awesome freaking stuff. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Here we go, folks. Diecast out of the box, and wow. Look at this paint scheme, man. This is so cool. And not to mention, the confetti actually matches the car, too. That is so cool, man. What a awesome diecast here, guys. I can't stress enough. Get it while you can. I feel like this one's going to be a hot seller over there at Circle B, man. You can use the promo code if you like. You don't have to, but dang, man. I tell you what, there's a lot of people that are going to be interested in this car. Oh my goodness, I'm just so thankful to have it, because whenever I was, putting the order together, I looked at it, I'm like, wait, it's still in stock? Are you kidding me? So I don't know if they overproduced it or people just didn't know. I don't know, but yeah, I was shocked. This one was still in stock. Get this. And there was some other diecasts that was released to the same shipment. I think there were a couple of 2026 ones. Yes, I get it. 2026 stuff's going to sell really quick, but they were out of stock, and this one was still in. So I was shocked about that. The front of the windshield here, you have the windshield wiper, which is kind of interesting because when's the last time it's rained at Sonoma? Yeah, I'll be waiting on that answer. Again, Van Gisbergen right there on the front windscreen. Notice the confetti shape on the car. I believe it's little shopping carts. Why? Because it's the Save Mart 350. You see what I'm saying? That is a really cool thing. The Texas Motor Speedway, they do the Texas-shaped confetti. The Cookout Clash? That one, they do, it's like a soda cup, right? They sponsor Martinsville. The spring race, I think it was 2024, and on William Byron's Race to Win card, they had little soda cup deals. So just really cool, sponsor placement, if you will. Got Red Bull right there, WeatherTech.com. They're the front of the car. You can also notice the shade of blue is significantly more accurate to the real car. Now, I'm still extremely excited that they actually made the Connor Zilic and the SVG primary Red Bull cars for 2025, but I will say the blue is off. It's probably something that they wanted them die-cast out so early, try to get them out as fast as they could when they were already produced overseas. Perhaps Red Bull already changed the color of their car. Well, you'll notice that they're a little bit too bright. This looks exactly how it did on the racetrack. So hopefully for 2026, the color will be a little bit more accurate when those die-casts get produced. Got the 88 right there on the left side. You got your rookie Snowco decal, the normal Snowco decal. You have a nice palette of confetti built up across the top of the splitter. I can't tell from here. Let me zoom in. Does the splitter have a carbon fiber texture to it? I can barely tell. I think it does. Let me try to steady it there. Yeah, it does. It's really dark to see. You might be able to see it on your display wherever you're watching this. Also, thank you for tuning into this diecast review. But I really like these paint schemes, man. These Red Bull cars, man. Out of all the diecasts that have released in 2025, there's like 4 paint schemes that I would put in elite 10 out of 10 status. The Red Bull, SVG, and Connor Zilic, they're pretty much almost identical. The roof number color is different. There's a little bit of different on the front. but they're pretty darn close. I put them both in the same ballpark, so to speak. I would put the Busch Light Lime car for Ross Chastain in there. I would also put a Tyler Reddick diecast, the Jordan Brand Crystal car. That diecast, incredible. Those are kind of like my top four. I might be missing one of them in terms of diecast of the year, in my honest opinion. Not that my opinion matters, right? But that's just, from my observations, those are my favorite ones. It's got the 88 right there on the side of the car. Notice it's a little bit more pushed to the middle of the car, which is always a good thing because, I'm always a fan of the middle door numbers. But you can see that reflection of that beautiful, like candy chrome red. That is beautiful. Got the Red Bull logo right here. I like how they kept the same placement of it. If you go back to the Gen 5 era, which was the last time in the sport, it's pretty well darn accurate to it. Like it looks verbatim almost the same. So that's kind of cool that they modernized their paint scheme, right? Because it does have like a matte finish when their original run had metallic painted cars, blue and silver. But they modernized it, but they kept some things to kind of keep the continuity with it. Now, this area right here is really interesting. This was like a little cutout area that they would change each time they ran the Red Bull cars. So naturally, with this being the Save Mart race, well, they sponsored the SVG car. So the traditional releases, the clean ones, they don't have any logos here. So you might see Quick Mart on there. You might see some other brands. It's probably going to be retail stores that would, or convenience store chains that would end up selling, Red Bull products, for the consumers. You got Quad Lock there and Safety Culture. Speaking of Safety Culture, the Mexico City Race to Win diecast is out. You can check that one out there. You have over here on the fuel insert, you have Trackhouse on it. I do believe that's a piece of confetti that must have landed inside the fuel door. That's pretty cool. You can see some scrapage on the left side rocker box panel. That is pretty sharp. Cup Series and Goodyear. Check out those wheels, man. I'm so glad we have high print quality Goodyear tires again. We haven't had this high quality, in terms of just print on the wheels, get this, since early 2019. That was the last time we had that because they shifted it over to more of a blurrier text about midway through 2019. So it's been a minute. Got SVG on the driver name rail. Get your 3 race win stickers. I tell you what, 2025 was the summer of SVG. I mean, the cat won everywhere, man. Watkins Glen. Obviously, he won at Sonoma. He won at Mexico City. He won at the Chicago Street Course. And then he went and won the Roval in the fall. I mean, he was just on a run. And it was absolutely incredible. Over here to the C post of the car, you have the Wendy's decal there. On the B post of the diecast, you have the Chevrolet badge right there. Go to the back end of the diecast and check this out right here. Really cool stuff. Part of the new sponsorship style for 2025 is the spoiler of the car actually gets to have logos on there. Now, only a few teams actually used this in 2025. In 2026, from what I could tell, a lot more teams are starting to use the spoiler logos. We even see it in the Truck Series, and I want to say even in the Xfinity Series as well. So that was something they were slowly adapting to, but 2026, the teams are definitely taking full advantage of that. Got Quaker State right there on the left side, Save Mart, and then the 88 on the right side. Notice how the whole back panel decal here is a little bit off. I don't know if that is, a factory error or that's supposed to be like that. Maybe he had some dents on the car. I mean, he led like 90 laps or something, or I think it's like a 100-lap race or something like that. And he led like darn near 90% of it. Probably the most dominant road course race I've ever seen at Sonoma, at least live on TV. And that's probably more or less a factory error. I don't think anyone was beating the back bumper off his car. ZL1 there, the Chevrolet. You can see the bottom of the car. You have that metallic, or not metallic, but the metal plate there. Then you have, of course, your 2 screws there that I think it's a triangle head screw, I believe, that takes the base off the car. Go to the right side of the diecast. You have, again, that just fantastic livery. The wheels look so much better. Even the wheel paint looks so much more realistic. It looks closer and closer to the 124 scale variant of the or the diecast. Like the 124 scale wheels looked perfect since 2022. And the wheel paint for the 164s has really been all over the place. I feel like the first year or two of it, they looked really good. And then they started switching to more of a glittery style wheel paint. And the problem is when you have a really small scale car, 164, if you were to paint a full size car with glitter paint, the sparkles are going to be very, 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 very small compared to a giant car. But when you take that exact same paint and you spray it on, a miniature scale car, those sparkles look huge. So you have these massive little metallic chunks in the wheel paint. I'll show one just to give an example. Check this one out here. This is a 2025 Chase Briscoe, but you can see like the metallic glittery in it. It's just really it's too large for 164 scale to really look accurate. The real cup wheels are definitely more or less kind of a brushed metal look, and this looks 10 out of 10 perfect. I mean, they literally nailed it. Perfect job by Lionel, man. They don't get nowhere near enough credit, and they really deserve way more credit than that is given, in my honest opinion. So you have confetti right there on the right side near the window on the next gen Camaro, or technically it's just a Chevrolet. It's not a Camaro. It could be a K5 Blazer, could be a Tahoe, could be a Silverado. We really don't know. We just know it's a Chevrolet. Even the box over here, it just says Chevrolet. So it could be any of those. It could be a Caprice, could be a Cobalt, could be an Impala. We don't know. But I like how the confetti builds up on the next gen side hips, if you will. They're very pronounced on the car. It's kind of cool how the confetti builds up there. Top of the diecast here has the white and red version of the 88, but without the chrome outlining. I want to say Connor Zilich's 87 car had red numbers on the roof. I could be tripping on that. I know one of them had a slight difference, but again, the confetti matches perfectly with the paint scheme, which is really cool. Yeah, it gives you wings. Right there on the roof of the diecast, Van Gisbergen on the back window. Notice you only have one shark fin, so I don't know if this is accurate to Sonoma. I don't even know if they ran dual shark fins at Sonoma because, it's a road course, not an oval. Go over here to the deck lid of the car. You can see a buildup, a nest, if you will, of confetti near the shark fin. You have the Save Mart decal there, and then you have to, reverse the car around, and then you can see the Red Bull gives you wings decal there, which is a very interesting sponsor design, how one logo is facing this way. So if you have a rear camera facing this way, you can see it. But I don't even know if you can even see the decal this way. So again, we're seeing a lot of new styles for marketing on the paint schemes, that being one of them. Guys, if you have a list of diecasts to get, put this one at the top of your list if you can, because I have no idea how many they're making of this car. It has all the makings of being one of the most popular, hard-to-find diecasts of 2025. I tell you what, if you could get 4 diecasts, right, I would make sure this is one of them, as my light just went off here in the studio. I'll keep talking here. The second one I would get, and I don't know when this video is going to be airing, but if the Justin Allgaier Daytona 500 car from 2025 is available at Circle B, get that one while you can. It's the first... was it the first whiskey car, I think, made since like 2007, 2006, something like that. So that is really freaking cool. Get that car, because that one's going to be extremely popular. You already see the 124 scale of the standard release, how popular it was. The thing was so freaking popular that they went back and made a raced version of it, and that thing is incredibly popular too. So get that one while you can. And then I would pick up the 2-car set. It's not an official set. They're selling them as a kind of a 2-car deal, and it's the diecast chassis variant of it, but it's of the primary SVG car and the Connor Zilich. So all 4 of those diecast have all the makings of being some of the hardest diecast, if not the most rare diecast of 20-25 years from now. You don't know how many they're producing. They could overproduce them till the cows come home, but they just have all the makings of it, man. So that would be my honest advice, man. There's so many great diecasts that have came out recently. I'll show the 2 other really cool paint schemes before we log off here. That's that Tyler Reddick crystal car I was talking about. That thing is crazy cool. And here's the Mexico City raced win for SVG. So if you're picking up the Red Bull car, you might want to get the Mexico City raced win too. That's all for now, fellas. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one. DB, signing off.